Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something that's really important, marriage. More specifically, we're diving into the 10 big mistakes men make in marriage. Now, I'm not saying this to point fingers or make anyone feel bad. We're all here to learn and grow, right? Whether you're newlywed, been married for years, or just looking to understand the dynamics of a relationship better, this video is for you. So let's get into it. You know, one of the biggest mistakes I see men make in marriage is taking their partner for granted. It's something that creeps up on you, often without you even realizing it. It's easy to fall into a routine, thinking that your wife will always be there, doing everything, just because she always has. You start to assume that her efforts are just part of the daily grind, and you forget to acknowledge the hard work she puts in. You get comfortable, complacent. But let me tell you something, that's a recipe for disaster. When you stop appreciating your partner, you start to erode the foundation of your relationship. Appreciation, folks, that's the key. It's not just about the grand gestures, but the small, everyday acts of kindness and gratitude. It's the small gestures, the thank yous, the moments of gratitude that help keep the relationship strong. A simple thank you can go a long way in making your partner feel valued and loved. Think about it. If you never acknowledge your wife's efforts, how do you think that makes her feel? Unappreciated, unseen, unimportant. Over time, this can lead to resentment and emotional distance. And that, my friend, is a surefire way to drive a wedge between you. Arguments become more frequent and the emotional connection starts to fade. So make an effort to show her you care every single day. It doesn't have to be grand or expensive. Sometimes the simplest acts of kindness can mean the most. Next up is poor communication. Many men, and I've seen this time and time again, tend to bottle things up or assume their partner can read their mind. They think, she should know what I'm thinking, or I don't want to rock the boat. But here's the truth. Communication is everything. Whether you're happy, frustrated, or confused, being open about your feelings can make all the difference. Don't wait until it's a big blowout fight to start talking. Have those smaller daily conversations. Tell her about your day, ask her about hers. It's about connecting, folks. And that doesn't happen without communication. Now let's talk about intimacy. It's a word that often brings to mind physical closeness, but there's so much more to it. And I'm not just talking about the physical kind, although that's important too. Physical intimacy can strengthen a relationship, but it's the emotional connection that truly binds two people together. I'm talking about emotional intimacy. This is the kind of closeness that allows you to share your deepest thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. Many men focus on the physical and forget about the emotional. They might not realize that emotional intimacy is what makes a relationship truly fulfilling. You might think that providing or being the strong one is enough, that your role is to be the protector and provider. But your wife also needs you to be emotionally available. She needs to feel that she can come to you with her worries and joys, and that you'll be there to support her. She needs to know you're there for her, that you understand her, and that you're willing to share in her emotional world, that you can be vulnerable with her. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and trust. That means listening to her, really listening, with your heart and mind open, not just waiting for your turn to talk. It's about being present in the moment and showing that you value her words. It means understanding her feelings, even if you don't agree with them. Empathy is key in building emotional intimacy, and it means being willing to share your own feelings, even the scary ones. Opening up about your fears and insecurities can bring you closer together. Emotional intimacy, folks, it's just as important as physical closeness. Don't neglect it. Make time for those deep conversations and moments of connection. Because in the end, it's the emotional bonds that will carry you through the toughest times and make the good times even sweeter. Chapter 4. Facing conflict head-on. Let's be honest, folks, conflict is a part of life. It's going to happen, whether you like it or not. The mistake is avoiding conflict. Some men fear arguments or think that avoiding tough conversations will keep the peace. But let me tell you, that's like sweeping dirt under the rug. It might look clean on the surface, but eventually, all that dirt is going to pile up and you're going to trip over it. Unresolved issues build up over time and can damage the relationship. Address issues early and don't shy away from tough discussions. It's about finding solutions together, as a team. Chapter 5: Supporting Her Dreams. Marriage is a partnership, plain and simple. It's about two people coming together to share their lives, their dreams, and their goals. It's about mutual respect and understanding, and that means being there for each other, through thick and thin, supporting each other's dreams and goals. It's about lifting each other up when times are tough, and celebrating together when things go well. One huge mistake I see men making is not supporting their partner's dreams. They might not realize how important it is to their partner, or they might underestimate the impact of their support. They might think, well, that's her thing, or I don't have time for that. But this kind of thinking can create distance and resentment in the relationship. But here's the thing. When you support your wife's dreams, you're not just supporting her, you're supporting your relationship. You're building a foundation of trust and mutual respect. You're showing her that you believe in her, that you're invested in her happiness. This kind of support can make a world of difference in how connected and valued she feels. So, if your wife has a passion or a dream, it's your role to lift her up and be her biggest cheerleader. Encourage her, be there for her, and show her that her dreams matter to you. When both partners support each other's aspirations, it strengthens the bond. It creates a partnership where both individuals feel valued and understood, leading to a more fulfilling and harmonious relationship. Chapter 6: The Importance of Self-Care. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but ignoring your own self-care can be detrimental to the marriage. Men especially often get caught up in providing and taking care of others. They think, I've got to be strong for everyone else, or I don't have time for myself. But neglecting your own health, mental, physical, or emotional, can affect your relationship. If you're burnt out, stressed out, and running on fumes, you're not going to be much good to anyone, least of all your wife. Take time for yourself, whether it's through hobbies, exercise, or simply unwinding, because when you feel good, you can give more to your marriage. You know, in this day and age, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life. Work, kids, household responsibilities. It can feel like there's never enough time. But one of the most common mistakes men make is not prioritizing quality time with their wives. They let the romance fade, they stop dating, they stop making an effort. Don't let your relationship become an afterthought. Set aside regular date nights, even if it's just a walk after dinner or a night watching movies together. The key is being present with each other, putting away the phones, turning off the TV, and just enjoying each other's company. Look, I understand the importance of hard work. Providing for your family is a huge responsibility. But another mistake I see men making is overworking or being too absorbed in their career. They think, if I just work a little harder, I can give them a better life. But here's the thing. Your wife and family need you present, not just financially. They need your time, your attention, your love. If you're working long hours and sacrificing time with them, you may miss out on key moments that help build your connection. Balance is crucial. Work hard, but also make time for the ones you love. You know, sometimes it's the little things that mean the most, a kind word, a helping hand, a thoughtful gesture. But men, sometimes we forget to acknowledge those little things, especially in a marriage. We get so used to our wives doing things for us, taking care of the house, managing the kids, that we forget to say thank you. We forget to show our appreciation. But let me tell you, those little gestures, those expressions of gratitude, they go a long way. They make your wife feel seen, appreciated, loved. So don't overlook those little efforts. A simple thank you or recognition can make all the difference. Finally, one of the biggest mistakes men can make is not being open to change. People change over time. Your partner may grow, evolve, and develop new interests, as will you. That's natural. That's life. But some men, they dig in their heels. They want things to stay the same as when they first got married. They resist change. But marriage isn't static. It's a living, breathing thing. Being willing to adapt and grow with each other is essential. If you resist change or try to keep things the same as when you first met, you may find yourselves drifting apart. So there you have it. 10 big mistakes that men often make in marriage. But the good news is, they're all things we can work on. Marriage is a journey, and the most important part is being committed to growing together. If you avoid these common pitfalls, you'll likely have a much stronger, more fulfilling relationship. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.